Chris in Central Pennsylvania. What's the word? Anybody out there? So, we're talking about sanctions today, or tariffs, not sanctions. I keep using those words synonymously, but they're not synonymous. Talking about tariffs and a bunch of other things happening. Looks like everybody's decided to show up here just as I go live. Isn't that always the way it is? Isn't it always the way things go? The moment you go live, people start showing up from everywhere else. Anyway. Well, talking to myself, we'll see how long that lasts when it shows up here. Let me set the chat so that it's correct, so I get the live chat, not just that. There we go, live chat. All right, good. If anybody pops in there, I'll see you now. All right, I see 2 people showed up. Don't know who's there. Might just be people quietly waiting to see what's said in the program. Anyway, boy, my head needs trim a little bit there. Tilt it back a bit there. All right, there we go. How's that? Well, there's somebody there. John Graves, welcome you, John. How's it going? Welcome for tuning in, folks. Yep, unannounced. Didn't set up because I didn't know what time I'd be free. Johan is here. All right, you're at number 2. Okay, cool. Good to see people popping in on this Wednesday. Always my busy day. Hey, good news for those who watch my program and been concerned about me getting my taxes finished. I finished them last night. Ironically, I could have finished them the night before. I thought the holdup was a home office deduction, but when I did the home office deduction, which takes a lot of information, I finished it last night and it said, well, I don't get it because I had a business loss, so didn't get to use it. Old Caulfield, welcome to you. Yep. Anyway, so that was kind of disappointing. I could have filed the night before when I was more rested, but I worked until about 3 o'clock in the morning last night after my broadcast to finish the taxes. I did the state, the federal and state. Haven't filed them yet. I want to review them one more time tonight, but then I'll file them. But Wednesday is always a busy day with my program. Ronaldo's Wednesdays with Colonel, and then also we've got, on top of that, my radio programs tonight. So it keeps me pretty busy on Wednesdays. Ronell, how's it going? Colleen, welcome to you. Erica Holzkamp is back. Jarethra's here. Wow. I tell you, some people are really loyal. Once they stick with the program, they really stick with it. So thanks for being here. It's nice to see you too. Is it Tommy Ludick? I can't see that very clear. It's so small in the green there. Welcome to you. Yeah, it's really cool to see the loyalty for people showing up for the program, sticking around and coming every day. So sometimes we're a little concerned we're slowing down. Maybe people are losing interest, but never sure. So occasionally have those big videos out there. Good evening, Not a Happy Camper. And Iron Brian, welcome to you. Anyway, so I should get to the news, eh? That's what it's all about. So today, Helen Zilla said that if the African National Congress fires ministers in the government, those from the Democratic Alliance, the consequence of the budget issue, that would mark the end of the government national unity. Well, I should think so. If Ramaphosa fires his ministers for any reason other than competence or fraud or corruption, then that should be the end of the government national unity. Why would you work with a party that fires a minister doing a good job? I'm well, thank you. Nick Gibbs, thank you for your membership. Appreciate that. Yeah, so Helen Zilla's put that marker out there. If they fire the ministers over this budget impasse, then that is the end of government national unity. Shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, that's kind of what one would expect. Certainly I would expect that. So the Rand is flirting with 20 Rand to the dollar. It hit 1983 today. I don't know if it's going to hit 20 now. Good Lord, noisy people. Slamming, sliding chairs on the floor, so lifting up. But yeah, it almost, dude, are you finished moving the chair? Almost 20 Rand to the dollar. That's crazy. 2023, it reached 20, went over 20 to 1, so it's flirting with that again. Not so much for the refugee program, but appreciate the info. No worries, Sharetha. All right, so 20 to 1. That's bad news for South Africans who want to travel to America. Your Rand doesn't buy much. Great news for Americans traveling to South Africa because your Rand goes quite a ways. Your dollar goes quite a ways in Rand. The Inkatha Freedom Party and the Democratic Alliance are having a dispute in KwaZulu-Natal over budgets there. It's a province where they've historically cooperated, and now there's some friction there. I haven't had a chance to interview Francois Rogers recently, but I'd like to do that. Thank you, Pablo Charlie. Well, I haven't seen you in a while. I wonder where you've been. Thank you, Flux Capacitor. People like my suits, apparently. So, there you go. Anyway, yeah, so it's not good in the KZN. DA having all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. So, here's a revelation that will shock all of you, I'm sure. I mean, you'll absolutely be gobsmacked, astounded to hear this. You see, President Cyril Ramaphosa went to Johannesburg. We know about that, right? Yes, he went there. And he was in Joburg at night. And he saw the police in action. He said, I realized that for us to have safe cities, we need the presence of police to deter criminality. Wow, that's incredible. You know, he realized you needed cops to keep people from... Thank you very much. Okay. Wow. Folks, check this out. It looks like shrimp tempura, doesn't it? Shrimp and fish, or chips on there. Okay. So we know people with questions. Great video. Yeah, that's why I put the video up, because there's a lot of people popping up asking these questions over and over again. So Linda, yeah, that's why I put it up there. So you guys don't mind if I eat? Do you mind if I eat? I'll try not to talk with food in my mouth, or I'll cover my mouth up. Yep. Yeah, it looks yum yum. I'd like to eat it while it's warm. I haven't eaten lunch here once in the 3 weeks I've done this. This is the third week. Folks with right-wing governance and have more stability. Hey, Ronaldo, what's going on, man? More stability compared to the left at USA. What the hell are you talking about? Singapore, Hungary, and Israel parliamentary votes. Israel has more stability in the U.S. We're not laughed at. Pablo Charlie, I'm gonna laugh at you, buddy. Colonel, what do you think about the weapons they want to take away from? I think it's horrible. I think it's intentional. I think it's what communists do to compel a community to suffer under their governance. Okay. Okay. Vanessa says, "Eat, Colonel." Okay, cool. Joe's is now. Fundabear is now hungry too. Well, it looks like tempura shrimp. I thought it was the shrimp, popcorn shrimp. That looks like tempura shrimp. That's ketchup. It's supposed to be cocktail sauce. Excuse me. Sorry, folks, my cocktail sauce tastes like ketchup. No onion rings, that's disgusting. No onion rings, no thank you. Somebody's calling with an order. It's not a robot, it's a traffic light. Yeah, bowling alley shrimp is better than petrol station sushi. I would never eat petrol sushi. Oh yeah, can't do that in South Africa. Why would that be funny, Nico? Imagine your phone on the table here in South Africa, turn your back. Yep. Yeah, I can't do that in South Africa. Tent-dwelling Neanderthals, dogs of all breeds, and right-wing podcasters. Welcome, AJ Quinn. Which economist, Colleen? I read an economist that was commented on in the IO earlier today. It's a ludicrous comment. I'll make a video about that. Excuse me. What did Ronell say? Well, Veritas, this is the first lunch I've had in about 4 months. I think I may choke on it. But I think I survived the occasional junk food. Thank you, Gerard, for sharing that. What's great, John? Twisted sense of humor. No beard in my chicken. Chicken in my beard. It's silly. I don't eat chicken. Well, anyway, yeah, so well, that didn't work very well. I guess it's cocktail sauce. I just don't see the horseradish. You're correct, Lindy. Eating once a day is bad for you. I haven't had lunch in 4 months. You didn't hear what I said. So Rob Maposa, on his visit to Joburg at night, had the amazing revelation that, oh crap, I'm going to have to leave early. I just realized I don't have my earpiece. Damn it. U.S. being governed by a dominant libertarian right-wing party. What are you going on about there, Pablo Charlie? What are you going on about? Maybe we did miss you. Hey, Charles, what's going on? Con Eggman in from the Netherlands. Standio, you never confirmed where that information came from. But then we lost the live stream, so maybe you did and I didn't see it. Benny Van Ryan says, "Dear sir, must hit return by mistake."
Steak salad?
Sorry, Sunday, I didn't see it. It's okay, don't worry about it. It wasn't important. Hey, Springbuck, that's kind of out there. Nice lady. Kevin O'Leary for president. You mean like Mr. Wonderful? A lot of people are saying on X that the refugee program is expected. My favorite one. I don't know how they know that either. I don't know how they know that either. A lot of people say a lot of things. Shut down the refugee resettlement program, guys. How is China going to shut down the refugee resettlement program? How exactly is that going to happen? Do tell, Napoleon. No Nando sauce, thanks. Okay, Colleen. Yeah, that's not the Economist, that's all. Your Trump strategy is brilliant. Ronaldo, we're good to go at the top of the hour, right? I should have an email from Freedom Plus to get in touch for an interview. From who? Who from Freedom Plus? Corney Mulder? Peter Krenivog? Well, I allowed it was an oversight that the news, I don't know. I allow for that to be the case in my analysis, but who knows? Our Chinese will blink. Shark fish fingers. Bots don't eat, that's true. No, I'm trying to clean up Africa. Well, Neptune, funny you should mention starting an African media house. Watch this space. Watch this space. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you for that. Yeah, China's digging their own grave. They're like the ANC. Their arrogance will undo them. No, the 90 freeze had nothing to do with South Africa. Well, I've talked about what China's doing in Australia. I said it's provocative. They're being provocative. There's another Indian in the chat. Welcome to you. Consulting's not selling anything. Consulting is providing advice. Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw Ronaldo did a video on it, but I don't watch other people's videos to draw my conclusions, so I prefer to do my video and then watch their video afterwards. I couldn't find any indication. It wasn't in Twitter, it wasn't in the news anywhere, so I didn't get a chance to watch Ronaldo's video, so I don't know how it happened.
365 spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh, they had auction vehicles off to pay a colonel because they didn't have money. That doesn't surprise me. Small business owners going to suffer, but I guess we will see. Well, small business owners are suffering because of BE, not because of Trump. What did Corey say? When this tiny screen's hard for me to keep up with the chat. Because Europe is in cahoots with South Africa's ANC. Her fellow traveler, leftist, freedom-sapping, scumbag hate wankers. I don't think Xi Jinping will step down. He was elected president for life. Pablo Chávez says Trump is right, but won't drive U.S. cars in Europe. Well, you might not, but I know plenty of people in Europe drive U.S. cars. Spent a third of my life in Europe. Austrians love Chrysler minivans. They absolutely love them. And you all drive our Teslas like crazy. Best electric vehicles in the world. Yeah, I didn't hear what he did in a Republican. Shrimp, PK. Thank you for the 40 Rand Pal 777. Well, I'm glad I earned your respect. That's cool. Oh, they have their own landing craft. Okay. We don't watch. Welcome to you. Yeah. The Chinese start going hungry because they can't feed themselves. By the way, folks, you all talk about their economic stuff, but you can remember that China can't feed itself. You want some too, says PK. Yeah, the Chinese cannot produce enough food to feed their population. They are reliant on imports. Chief among them, imports from the United States. Order me a burger. Okay, man. Massive barge. Okay, I haven't seen them. Well, his sources might have misled him, or they were mistaken, or the decision changed last minute. You can't get everything right, you know. I don't fault Ronaldo for making that video. He had what looked like a scoop. I did say that the EDA was not leaving the government national unit. I could have been wrong, but my argument for it was based on analysis, and I had reasons to believe that. Welcome to you, Robert Franklin. More? Yeah, China's been playing markets for a long time. It's our pulse, and yeah, I don't know what he did. I just heard that he threatened Israel or something like that. Okay, well, he said in the video could change the same day. There you go. Yeah, Xi Jinping is not going anywhere. He made himself president for life. Why would you do that if you plan on leaving? And look at Yovari Museveni. The guy's freaking still there since 1986. I know you met Stella to Ronaldo. Right, so Madagascar could lose up to 60,000 textile industry jobs owing to the tariffs from the U.S. That's 1/3 of the 180,000 people in the textile industry in Madagascar. The entire workforce, 1/3 of it. Not a surprise. They exported $733 million worth of textiles to the United States, most of it duty-free for go. No, Xi Jinping can stay for life. They did that years ago. Best thing on YouTube. Well, thank you very much for that, Centel. We don't have a prime minister, Pablo Charlie. This is not Europe. We don't have a parliament. Homie, don't play that. Well, Charles, 1 million black subsistence farmers will move onto the farms and produce insufficient food. You all go hungry. You're right, PK. That's what they should do. Pete Buttigieg next line for what? Umpire of the year? Buttigieg isn't in line for anything. That guy will never have any other job. Well, a recession, you're in a recession, aren't you? What do you mean specific Afrikaner farmers? Farmers can't negotiate on their own to overcome tariffs. The tariffs are applied to a country, not to individuals. It's not barbecue chicken. Yeah, imported pop from Zimbabwe. So here's another interesting little factoid for you. The ANC's leadership keeps complaining about the DA saying that they were double dealing and dishonest and undermine the transformation effort and all this other stuff. They claim the ANC or the DA made demands, but they went with Action SA. What's Action SA doing now? Making demands. They're demanding a reduced cabinet, 11 deputy cabinet ministers be removed, and they also want to scrap the VAT. So Action SA has demands too. ANC is discovering that when you don't have a majority, you have to be flexible and humble, which they weren't with the DA. So now they have to do that to hang on to Action SA. Instant noodles from China, no thanks. Do you? They're not bad. Yeah, I heard this story about funds being looted. A few voicemails have been forwarded to me. A couple notes and comments about it. It's my birthday Saturday, says Lindy. You aren't streaming. I'll have to go be a normal person. Maybe touch grass and have a hug a tree. Well, maybe I'll be up till around midnight so that I can wish you a happy birthday. Friday night, which will be Saturday morning for you. So, yep, we could do that, Lindy, before I go work on my project. Batwing noodles. Sasha, good evening to you. You're a golf fan? Yeah, I like golf. I like playing, but I haven't played in a long time. The Augustus is fine. The Masters tournament in Augusta, yeah. So I was at Fort Gordon as a young soldier. Got to go out when the Masters was going on there. What did 702 reporter do to Mashaba? Government employees pension fund has been looted annually with a minimum of $10 billion. Where do you have any evidence of that, Anita? Because I'm getting anecdotal stuff from people, but I'm not going to report that until I get some confirmation of it. But the Val Dam has been opened up. The fifth sluice gate was opened on Sunday. It is releasing 800,000 liters of water per second. Wow. So in 10 minutes, that's 8 million liters. That's just crazy. No, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Because it's not.
The Outpost. That's a good show. I like it. There's a TV on in front of me there. Across from it.
4.5-minute break or whatever we want to get.
Well, Jamie Dimon is the world's smartest banker, but he's also a bit of an ass at times, so I don't listen to him nearly as much as I used to. Bill and Pet's report with stats. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know it's way overflowing there. Yep, way over. It's not the only one, though. There's other dams that are over, too. Humblers, what's that mean?
Right, but now, you have like,
Oh, okay, gotcha. Where's like the one on 702? I didn't hear what the 702 reporter did. What happened? You guys aren't telling me what happened. 800,000 liters per minute. 10 minutes, that's 8 million liters of water. That's insane. Think about how much water that is. Yeah, the elite are fear mongering because they have a lot to lose. They're trying to rubbish your people want to leave. Well, Zimbabwe has issued treasury bonds worth 308 million US dollars and made a small 1% payment in cash out to farmers whom they've robbed 25 years ago. It's called the Global Compensation Fund. It's been talked about for a long time. It was signed back in 2020. They committed to repay farmers $3.5 billion for their farms and their losses. But they can't restore the life of David Stevens and Livingston, the guys who were murdered, the 7 farmers who were murdered. Can't restore their lives. $740 former farmers have been approved for compensation under that fund. Now, in late March, 378 of those farmers received 1% of that total, 308 million, so 3 million. Yep. Yeah, I'm doing Wednesdays with the Colonel. Yeah, I'm surprised at 702. That's why I asked, because someone said, what did they say to Mashaba? I missed that entirely. Yeah, Reg, well, one of my viewers is on the dam side of it, and he's got water coming up on him now. Well, Herman Shabbos a fool. Because under the wall, the VAT is coming regardless of what actions they did. They were played. Hi, Schoenfeld. 350 Rand. Thank you for that. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I was in Livingston, Zimbabwe in 2004. Church trip where I walked around without feeling threatened, asking where I was from. Waiting Matash is proposing a tariff package said to kick the U.S. into a precious metals crisis. What an idiot. The leadership of the ANC is all over the place. Montasha does his own thing. Mashatili does his own thing. Fakile Mabalula does his own thing. And Sir Ramaphosa tries to control this clown car circus. No, Mashaba has no clue. That's why I question how he was such a successful businessman. I'm beginning to question that altogether. Was he really successful? To start, look, it was put out by. Did I STT this book? What does that mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Welcome, Mandy. Announcement: the ANC will not listen to business. I did a video on that too. It's on deal. Did anybody watch the videos I make? I did a video on that last night. I even got Cyril on the I'm looking at the camera when he's talking. Hey, Patriot, big hello from Teledrift. Well, back at you. Say hello to the hubby for him. When I do not panic and wait. If you have stocks, do not anything wait. Yep. Yeah, no, that's old news, Hans Fiss. I reported that last year and repeatedly as it kept coming up this year when it finally. Yeah, but see, it's not reciprocation. In theory, it is because we require, but the difference is that we are not sending economic migrants illegally planning on staying in Namibia. Nobody's going to Namibia to hide out and stay there and suck from your economy. Whereas the vast majority of Namibians who come to America overstay their visas and blend into our economy, and then they're here illegally. So that's why we have a visa requirement. So those who have no money can't get over here easily and never leave. Yeah, well, I've said that many times, Anton. The damage is so grievous in South Africa that even if you had a perfect government, it's going to take you 10 to 15 to 20 years to rebuild what's been destroyed. I don't watch it, thank you. When Petzer spoke about the amounts, he also discussed it. Okay, well, I have to guess to watch that. Sassel shares are plumbing. It's most of your videos, always your content. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Shoelace, okay. So any government country, well, every country's got corruption in Santio bridges. Some are far less corrupt, like Mauritius, Azores. Cote d'Ivoire's not too bad. Rwanda's not too bad. It's on extra Americaners. Well, MCM, I'm not exactly able to look at that right now. No, then they don't realize the power of the United States. 500 American illegal miners have been asked to leave Namibia. 500 illegal American miners. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. I call bullshit. There's 500 illegal Americans in Namibia. Nonsense. Where are they at? The Diamond Beaches and the Spergebiet?
Is it? Okay. All right. So now this.
No, MCM, I'll have to try to look at it sometime. Welcome, Maz. Yeah, I don't believe it either. Where's Line and Sand? He's from Namibia. 30 minutes to our broadcast, okay. So, what else we got here? Zimbabwe, their external credit, they owe 21 billion. 57% of that is to foreign creditors. It's not good. Yet they're paying off the farmers with money they don't have. Now, China has retaliated. President Trump put an 84% tariff on China last night, raising their total 104%. So China retaliated today with an 84% tariff in the U.S. They send $4 worth of goods for every dollar we send there. Let's see who blinks first. Let's see who blinks first. Beijing or Washington? Something tells me it's going to be Beijing. A brief explanation. I'm unaware of the Sinaloa cartel being in South Africa. News to me. I just pointed a bunch of white, lost South Africans on Twitter to your channel seem to not know anything about them. Well, thank you for that, Virtual Western Cape. That's because people believe the propaganda they read. What insanity's driving you nuts there, Hans? Durrett, welcome to you. Well, listen, Sandil, it's not about farmers. Oh, the visa requirements. Yeah, it's stupid. You're trying to promote tourism, and people aren't, if you have to get a visa. I mean, even the UK is doing it to us now. The UK. They say it's not a visa, but it is. It's still a travel authorization. You still got to pay. You still got to wait for the process. And it'll just go up all the time. Joseph Kabila is talking about returning to the DRC, former president of the country. Now, here's something that's a bit irritating. I didn't hear it, but I read about it a couple times. Apparently, Trump was bragging in a Republican meeting that about foreign countries are kissing his ass to negotiate tariffs. That's not a good look. That's an own goal there. That doesn't help. Not a good idea. And in Germany, the Christian Democratic Union, its sister party, the Christian Socialist Union from Bavaria, have teamed up with the Social Party of Germany SPD, to form a new government in Berlin. Friedrich Merz will become the chancellor, reportedly, 69-year-old. But the CDU with 208 seats, the SPD with 120 seats, totals 228 in the 630-seat Bundestag. 630-seat Bundestag. The country is one-third the size of ours. They have 50% more legislators. 630 seats. So 228 is barely a third of that. So they're going to rule with a coalition that's a plurality coalition, not a majority coalition. Who is CJNJ? It's called South Africa, a gangster's paradise after Trump threatened airstrikes against them. What? Pablo, who is the CJNG? What are you talking about? Courageous Hopeful Refugee, welcome to you. Yeah, I heard he's escorted out, but I haven't seen anything, man. I couldn't find it. There was nothing posted. It must have just happened. Ronaldo was all over this story. You can watch his video. I know you're talking about Nazir Bolton. He's a bit of a clown, so I don't know. And there are some interesting things happening. I've seen some videos where the new president seems to call for more land reform. Yeah, well, good luck with that. They tried that before. It failed miserably. No, I'm not familiar with them, probably. I understand correctly, Canada's economy depends strongly on the U.S. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and economic warfare is much more powerful than a physical war. Absolutely. You can devastate a country almost overnight. Yep. No, it's China thinks they've got the upper hand here. They don't. Not even remotely. Just 257 likes. We can do better than that. One super chat. It might have been 2 months already, and for some, including myself, feels like an eternity. Saying why, please don't get me wrong. I'm amazed at how many people don't know about it, though. Yeah, no, I'm amazed, too. I'm amazed at the questions I get. Arctic is here. Ahoy, Xander. Feed is difficult for me tonight. Why is the feed difficult? There aren't many black farmers in Namibia. Not many at all. Alright, so a couple more news items here. Oil has dropped below $60 a barrel. If you have a three-legged dog, Arctic, I feel for that dog. Yeah, so $58 a barrel, folks. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's good news, though. And here's a really twisted story. Who knows what happened here? Sick, sick, sick. So, Italian biologist Alessandro Coatti, 45 years of age, his dismembered body was found in a suitcase on the outskirts of Santa Marta, Colombia, on Sunday. His hands and feet and the rest of his body parts were disarticulated from the rest of his body. Wow. It's sick. And Japan says that it wants to participate in NATO command for Ukraine, which would see Japanese self-defense force troops being sent to Wiesbaden in Germany. Zuma visited Louis Ludenberg he's in a maximum security prison for white-collar crime. I didn't hear about that, Monterey Seabrits. Thanks for sharing that. No, I've actually met that guy, Louis Ludenberg. Yep. Welcome, guys. Risk alert for Chinese tourists traveling USA. Well, that's not a surprise. That's just retaliation. What's the risk alert? You'll have a good time? Be careful coming to America. You could have a good time. You'll eat too much junk food. Don't come to America. It's dangerous. Too much junk food. We're on the road to Potchefstroom. What's going on there? Yeah, please support the channel, folks. Be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind. Do appreciate it. Could I get some more cocktail sauce if you get a chance?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Please, Arctic. You're high. The meet and greets don't cost anything, brother. Nice try. You pay your own way for meet and greets. China just sanctioned 18 U.S. companies. Oh, well. Yeah, health food is expensive. Sorry to hear about your mom going to hospital. Hope she's going to be okay. Who's polite? Me? Oh. I'll try. Yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get my damn earpiece. I have to walk. It's taking me about 5 minutes, 10 minutes to go up there and come back. So. Good evening to you, Hank. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Meat group is very expensive, Red says already. How so? Obesity is high in South Africa. North Dakota is fine. It's kind of quiet. Grits is disgusting, just like pop. Garrett Gillis, he's what's going on? God bless these people smacking their chairs around. We're into a cup of coffee. Well, that's interesting. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. It's big for you, it really is. That's the kind of environment that I try to.
Well, it's 16 rand at 20, and the dollar maybe increasing. Yes, she will. She has dementia. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Booze, rugby balls, Hawaiian pizza. Those aren't free. Oh, good gosh, Arctic. You make it sound like it was a big night. 4-year-old daughter, Jasmine, says, hello. Hello. Come back here. Come back here. So, who's that from? Bushfeld Bullet. So, hello to your daughter. Is it Yasmin? Is it Yasmin? Is how you pronounce it? Yasmin? Hello, Yasmin. Oh, Khandit, Yasmin. Hey. All right. Well, hello to you. Yeah, they're playing musical chairs without playing music. Now people just scraping the chairs. They've got metal. They're metal proper chairs. They drag them on the floor instead of lifting them up. No, Grits is not like polenta. No. When will it end? It seems like there's a lot of escalation between the two strongest economies. Who knows when it'll end? What's this? Oh, that's Red Green Show. Doing the ever. Seen that in a while. Oh, it's a Red Green channel. Okay. Yeah, who knows when it'll end? What's up to the Chinese? That's true. Don't know if they just want to put the boar founders in a bad light or what. What do you mean, Marv? What do you mean? Who wants to put them in? Not really, Amazon. Really haven't found anything here that I miss. Erica, welcome to you. Apparently they're talking about my beer. So, anybody else? Yeah. SARS or Sector Bank? I don't know what that's about. So, yeah, but the good news for me, folks, is I finished my tax last night. Like I said, I could have finished the night before, but I was trying to take the home office deduction. It turns out that I wasn't eligible because I had a business loss. Anyway, yeah. So basically, I made no money from my YouTube and my broadcasting last year, and was in the hole. So second year, I got a warning when I filled out the tax form. It said the IRS will come after you if you consistently have losses. And then in the next sentence, it corrected itself by saying that, well, see, the reason they'll come after you is some people use their hobby and pretend it's a business, and then they write off all the costs of their hobby. That's illegitimate. I'm actually doing a business, consulting business within a broadcasting wing. So after they said that, they warned you. Then they said, well, businesses oftentimes run several years of losses when they get started before they become profitable. Yep. So I don't have any issues with the IRS. I'm going to be fine. I didn't do anything wrong. Okay. I did get a refund, Gerard, but not a big one. Hey, Dylan, I haven't followed them yet. I'll probably follow them tonight, so electronically. So I got a refund from the federal and the state. They were modest. They weren't huge, but I didn't know. That's what I was worried about. Lullenberg was a witch hunt exercise by the government judiciary. Yeah, I agree. Well, I heard the IRS is going to reduce it by more than $45,000. Tomorrow I'll be working on some T-shirt designs for you. Okay, cool. The one I was talking about is you got the tents, right? Okay. Email embassy just asking for info. Would you recommend? I don't know what to recommend to you, Eric, but I mean, if I were in your shoes and I wanted to get out, I'd probably send another email. Just saying. Only chosen few get tenders. No, anybody that overpaid on their taxes gets them. Idaho Garden Girl working on them now. How the hell are you always right? You know? Okay. Reg says, I have a question for you. How the hell are you always right? You like read minds or you have some secret time machine? Well, Reg, I'm not always right, but I'm right almost all the time because I don't react emotionally to information. I don't believe the implausible, and I have critical thinking skills. And that's just to evaluate the information coming in. But then I have the ability to look at things holistically. So, you know, just like with the refugee program, we don't know how it's going to play out, but I bet you a lot of what I said is going to come true. And in fact, when the embassy, 6 weeks after I told people with my frequently asked questions, they came out 6 weeks later with their frequently asked questions, and virtually everything I said was 100% correct. Only one thing where we didn't disagree with, and that's because I can analyze and I can project. And, you know, I also predicted that the ANC would get between 38 and 42% in the election. I predicted that the first week in November of 2021, after the municipal elections. After I analyzed the results, I said the ANC is not going to do better than 38 to 42% in the next election. Now, a lot of things changed, and I could have changed my assessment, but the things changed, and it moved slightly this way, slightly that way, and they came back into my range, and so I stuck with it. And people told me I was crazy. People said, I don't know anything about politics and salary. It's rubbish. You don't know what you're talking about. There's no way that's going to happen. Not going to happen. Well, that's when I came in. I also said the DA needs to get above 30%, but they're probably getting between 21 and 24%, somewhere in there. And they got 21, 22%, and they didn't get 30%. So, yeah, so Reg, it's just a question of, you know, applying skills, and takes, they're earned over a long period of time. Long period of time. Countries of the USA list impose higher tariffs. You're welcome, Eric. Trump called his economy bulletproof, or Rob Posta said South Africa's bulletproof. Yeah, okay, sure. That's funny. Be on the lookout for SARS scammers now. The tax is coming up. Yeah, watch out for that. U.S. can rebuild the supply chains, but the other countries will lose U.S. market. Yep. This will be the last time watching you. You're a truth. CyberX says, sorry, sir, this will be the last time watching you. You're a true scholar and gentleman. So why is it your last time watching me, CyberX? What's going on here? What happened? Are you okay? I hope nothing happened to you, CyberX. Please explain BRICS. What do you want me to explain about BRICS? Maybe it would turn to reality 6 weeks after you propose a hypothetical refugee. Maybe. Just watch a video when Petzer did. It does not seem like there is any government pension funding left. That's apparently what people are saying. So why cyber? Oh, stop it! Stop it! Of course. What do you? No, enough. CyberX, life is the most precious thing out there. Life is the most precious thing out there. There are people here in this community that will chat with you and talk with you. It's more than worth it. If nothing else, CyberX, it's worth hanging around just to see how stupid other people are. I mean, it makes it for entertainment. Makes for entertainment. So don't. If that's a serious thing, if it's an ideation, stop it. If you're serious about it, go see someone. That doesn't help anybody. That doesn't help anybody. If it's for real, don't do that. That sort of thing really hurts people. You know, there are more people than you that are involved if you do that. There are more people involved. Even in the darkest of nights, there's a way back, folks. There's a way back from things. Never, ever consider that. Yeah, it's look at this, CyberX. You look at all these people. Look at all these people, man. Wow. Charles says, "Why?" Yeah, talk to someone. Yeah, no, it's when people do that, it has a far greater impact on the person. And I'll tell you this, CyberX, not to hurt your feelings, but if you would do that, that's very selfish of you. people would miss you. And yeah, so it's don't even think of something like that. And that's one of the most damaging things that ever happens in a military unit is when someone commits when they off themselves. It has a devastating impact. And people said, "How do we not know? How do we miss this?" And then people stop trusting each other. Units can fall apart. So anyway, Madeline says, "Come with us to the U.S." Yeah. Look at all these people saying all the nice things to you, man. So, well, I'm glad I caught that comment saying it was the last time you're going to be here. So look, Cyberx, I mean, think about me, man. Think about me, okay? I mean, if you're not here, I have one less subscriber. How am I getting to 100,000 and then make me shave my beard off? I'll never make it, man. You need to hang around. You need to be here. You need to be part of the broadcast. Otherwise, these tunnies are going to be mad that I didn't shave my beard, or the dudes will be mad I didn't shave my beard. So you got to hang around. Got to hang around. Besides, we only have 375 likes. Have you hit the like yet? Cyberx, have you hit the like button yet? Yeah. Anyway, all right, folks. I hate to leave. Cyberx, I'm going to give you a mission here. All right. Going to give you a mission. Ronaldo will be online in a few minutes. I have to go get my earpiece so that I can hear him inside this building. So I'm going to hang up here with 500 viewers. That sucks. But only 391 likes. I'm going to go to Ronaldo, and I'm hoping and expect to see Cyberx over on Ronaldo's Wednesdays with the Colonel. Okay? So can you do that? Come on over there. Join us over there. Okay? All right? All right, guys. I unfortunately have to end this stream here. It really breaks my heart to do that. But thank you all so much for being with me today. And I'll be back on later tonight, which will be tomorrow morning for people in South Africa. So thanks a lot. Be sure to hit the like button before you go anywhere. If you want a super chat, feel free to do that. I've got to stop here and go get my earpiece. So we'll see you on Ronaldo's stream in about 5 or 6 minutes. Cyberx, I expect to see you over there on Ronaldo's stream. All right? It's an order. That's an order.